I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video. Now, I just got done recording a commentary for Nick Rosenkrantz, who sent in a very generous donation to my PayPal, and he wanted a commentary on Man of Steel. I don't remember if he wanted a review as well. I figured I'd record one anyway, just in case. Just again, it was a very generous request on via PayPal. And if anyone's ever interested in requesting a video or review or commentary of any sort, you can do it directly to my PayPal. The link to that is down below. But yeah, just got done finishing Man of Steel, and I'm still not a fan of this movie. I did a rant of it back in 2013. Most of what I said I still stand by. I think the reviews on the channel, it's titled like Man of Steel Boner or something. I'd rather take a Man of Steel boner than watch this film again. I mean, the thing about Man of Steel, it does have some merits. One, Hans Zimmer's score. Pretty impossible to me to beat the John Williams Superman music, but Hans Zimmer did a very solid job with the music, and I thought he made a very memorable theme. But I think it belongs in a different, better movie than this. But yeah, I do think Hans Zimmer's score is one of the only strong aspects of this picture. Some of the actors, Diane Lane and Kevin Costner. Now, the way they're written is not good, but the acting, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane have no problems. Lawrence Fishburne, he's in the film combined total of less than 10 minutes, but when he's there, no problem with him acting-wise. Russell Crowe, who's in the beginning section of the movie, then he appears sporadically throughout because of certain means of the script. Don't mind Russell Crowe. Don't mind him as an actor. The biggest problem with this film is the script and the direction. Zack Snyder, he did make some pretty pictures. It's like he made an over 2-hour trailer and said, well, obviously you can't show a trailer for over 2 hours, so some pretty pictures, you make some good trailers. And when this film was first out, I was interested in, because I liked the Superman character. I liked most of the Christopher Reeve Superman films. I love the Fleischer cartoons from back in the day of Superman. I haven't seen them in a while, but I remember the 90s Superman cartoon being pretty good. I don't hate Superman Returns. I reviewed pretty much all the Superman films on the channel. I have issues with Superman Returns, but I didn't hate it. So I'm a guy that has enjoyed quite a bit of Superman. Lois and Clark, I barely remember. One day down the road, I'd like to revisit it. But I mean, I never saw Superboy, the TV shows of that nature. But yeah, I like the character Superman. I just don't care for this iteration of Superman. David S. Goyer, I think he's one of the biggest problems with this movie. David S. Goyer is an overrated hack writer. I know apparently he was involved with Van Damme's death warrant. I think there's some other things going on. Oh, this newbie, someone else probably took over and said, fuck you, I'm going to rewrite it and you're just going to keep your name on it. He wrote Demonic Toys, which I can't buy him writing since that's a piece of shit. I like Blade. I like Blade 2. But then he went and directed Blade Trinity. Blade 1 and 2 he just wrote. And you know what? Honestly, I think the directors of those probably had their hands in the cookie jar of those scripts. Stephen Norrington and Guillermo del Toro. But Blade Trinity, that's when you saw him have full control, because not only did he write it, he directed it, and he did the worst piece of shit Blade film ever in Trinity. Killed the franchise. So that's how good David S. Goyer is. He killed the Blade fucking franchise. If Blade Trinity was not such a big piece of shit, you probably would have gone to Blade 4. David S. Goyer, this is the same idiot that literally, and you can find this if you don't believe me, who said, oh, She-Hulk, yeah, she was made because they had to find the Hulk someone to fuck. This is your writer of these superhero movies, comic book films. A fucking moron who thought that She-Hulk was only made and created to fuck the Hulk. Hello? Hey, think, McFly, think. The reason she was created is she's related to the Hulk. You fucking Nimrod. You fucking tool. You fucking waste of fucking ideas. Every idea you jot down should be immediately thrown into fucking trash because they're no good. When David S. Goyer's attached, the other fucking films David S. Goyer, is any of them good? No. The Invisible, the name fits because no one remembers the fucking movie. The movie itself might as well be called Invisible and starred John fucking Cena. Can't see me, can't see shit. The Unborn, Stillborn, and its release. Because it came and went like the fucking wind. The direction, it's overcompensating for the fact that Superman Returns had little action. So they said the next Superman we're going to make, we're going to go Overlord, Overboard, Overlord of CGI Orgasm Fest, again and again and again. So that literally the last 40 minutes is just CGI orgasm, overload of explosions, buildings falling down, explosions, buildings falling down, IHOP, Sears, 7-Eleven, explosions, buildings falling down, 9/11, times 11. It got redundant, it got boring, everything's pretty much on a goddamn green screen. The direction where he'll shoot the action and then sometimes do these fucking zooms, or the camera will be going like this, or someone's going then a zoom, 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 zoom. Man of Zoom. That's what this should be called, Man of Zoom. The characters, why should I give a shit? Superman, you have a big opening of Krypton where they must have really got the John Peters producing hat on. I mean, he did produce this, where you gotta have something happen every 15 minutes. So you can't just have Krypton explode. You gotta have fucking dragons. You have the shit from the Matrix with the babies and the fucking purple paint shit around them. And you gotta have more dragons. And you gotta have fisticuffs. You gotta have outfits stolen out of Chronicles of Riddick. And you gotta keep going on and on and on. And then this beam of light that went to the baby. And I was too dumb enough to figure out what the fuck it is. Oh, that's the Codex. The Codex is not a physical thing. It's in Superman's cells and blood, which is what you find out especially later. Maybe you found out then, but my brain could not comprehend it. So I'm like, wait a minute. So all the keys of Krypton, the Codex, is all in Superman's cells and blood, which they do nothing with in any sequel and anything with this character. Buttman versus Superman, Dawn of Buttsex, Just Ass League, none of that's brought up, none of that happens, so that whole thing was completely fucking pointless. And then part of me went, why the fuck did Russell Crowe put this into his kid? For the future of Krypton. Is that so he could spread his fucking seed to any woman he could see? from sea to shining fucking sea of seamen. Otherwise, he just sent the codex with his son that's in his son's body, and ultimately he knows that Michael Shannon and his crew are going to go after him. He knows this. So, he could have gone with his son to teach him, one day they will come. And that'd be a valid reason to go with your fucking kid, to warn him, by the way, son, they're going to be coming. Instead of him finding this out, and then 5 minutes later, Zod appears. And also, you put the Earth in fucking jeopardy. We sent you this to protect the Codex. But then, no, we sent this to give peace a chance. No, peace a chance. And your fucking S is hope. And to show them the light. So which is it? To show the people of Earth that they could be better, or the fucking Codex? Which is it? We want to protect Krypton, but we want to show the humans hope. How are you going to show them hope if you just brought Armageddon on Earth's ass? Because you put the Codex in the sun. You know what you could have done? You could have put the Codex in a separate fucking thing, send that the opposite way to a barren planet in the middle of bumfuck nowhere of the outer limits of space, and then Superman just send his ass to Earth. Never the tweens shall meet. Zod and them, they can do whatever the fuck they want on the barren, on the planet with nothing on there. Could have done that. Or if you don't put it in the sun, you could go with him and teach him and tell him some of these things. Oh, by the way, I know we last minute, and you're a grown man, but by the way, yeah, they're coming, and you gotta stop them or you'll be fucked. And then the entire city gets fucked, and thousands of people get killed. And then we're in a goddamn crater where every shot is buildings on fire. It's the remnants of fucking Skynet. Literally every shot, when Superman and Lois Lane are in this crater, shot here, shot here, shot here. As the eye can see, the buildings are torn down. The buildings are on fire. Everything's shattered. I'm waiting for the Terminators to come in as Skynet and the fucking mountain of skulls. That's where it looks like everywhere. And instead of Superman being horrified, oh my god, him and Lois fucking kiss! They fucking kiss! And the valley of death with ashes of dead people filling up your fucking nostrils, Lois and Superman decide to fucking kiss! Fucking kiss! I know you had to battle the fucking stupid ass machine that's trying to change the atmosphere and the Krypton, and then you couldn't do it because it's lessening your powers, and then you finally and you destroy the machine, but then you come back and oh look, Metropolis is in ashes. Everywhere is fucking Skynet has been here. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Kyle Reese and John Connor to come out and the T-800s to appear, and instead of looking for survivors, instead of seeing if anyone's hurt, since there's Perry White and 2 other people that we don't give a fuck about, but then it spends a chunk of time in the build-up. Oh, Perry White can't get this random lady that I don't know who the fuck she is out of the rubble, and with this random guy I don't know who the fuck he is, and Perry White I've met and probably spent less than 2 minutes with. But I'm supposed to care that the 3 of these random people might fucking die. As more and more 9/11 CGI shit happens, I thought Roland Emmerich went fucking overboard. But, Superman, he ain't gonna try to find people. He ain't gonna try to, see if there's any survivors, X-ray vision. No, he's going to kiss Lois in the middle of the fucking crater with the ashes of dead people, thousands of dead people hanging in the fucking air. And then Zod comes in, he's like, I'm pissed. And then they end their fight. And then 30 seconds later, they're in a city where everything's fucking fine. So we're in the middle of Skynet, but I guess if you take a leap, it's a time warp again. And they're in a city that looks like nothing's wrong. And there's still people there, hitting around with a thumb up their ass and a grin on their face. When previously you had shots that looked like from 5 miles away in every direction, it's a vast wasteland where the World Warriors don't come in looking for oil and gasoline, looking for the gasoline. Or I'm going to see... But now we're in a city that looks normal, and yeah, Zod is doing some damage, but Superman's doing his own too. I keep thinking of the scene where Zod throws a gas tanker, and Superman could stop it. He could grab it. No, he just gets out of the way, keeps walking, blows up behind him, and takes another goddamn building down. I'm like, Superman, you don't think there's been enough fucking buildings exploded? You couldn't try to stop it? Try to hold it? You literally get in between. Keep walking. The whole goddamn building comes down. God damn it. This is fucking... Before all that, when they're in Smallville. Okay, yeah, Zod and them are fucking with his mom. But then Superman hits Zod and pushes Zod through like 3 fucking farms into a gas station and blows up the gas station. The 7-Eleven says, thank God for product placement. I can see the 7-Eleven everywhere. Never been to 7-Eleven. I don't give a fuck about 7-Eleven. Give me $711. And then there's another moment where Superman pushes the female bitch, Kryptonian, into an IHOP. Because we get to have a bow in an IHOP. Have you had your pancakes? You had your pancakes? Sound like the fucking kid from Cabin Fever. Pancakes. You have your pancakes yet? No? Too fucking bad. The Superman and Crypto bitch are gonna fuck up your day. Fuck it up. Goddamn day. Don't even get me started on the whole thing where Kevin Costner goes, talk to the hand, Clark. You could save me. And before that, their dog is in a car. There's a tornado coming. Clark Kent says, I'm going to go get him. Kevin Costner goes, no, I will do it. Even though you know your son's not going to get hurt by this tornado. Nothing's going to happen to this kid. Nothing's going to happen to this son. But no, Kevin Costner's like, no, I'm older than you. I'm more frail than you. You're invulnerable, but I'm going to do it. And then Clark Kent could save him. Talk to the hand, Clark. Talk to the hand. Talk to the hand. I let my father die because he wanted to teach me a lesson. Oh no, because I trusted him. That was not ready. The reason why Christopher Reeve's Superman, one of the many, many reasons why it worked, and I don't think that film is perfect. I reviewed the Superman movies, and even the first Superman movie, which is one of my favorite superhero films, I have a problem with the world turning batshit. I explain why I have a problem with that in the review. But that does so many things better. Like, oh, the father figure dies from a heart attack. That makes sense. And he even says, all these powers, and I couldn't save him. Because Superman can do a lot of stuff, but he can't save someone from a heart attack. Makes sense. Here, oh, he could have done it anyway, first off. It's like, fuck you, Dad. Fuck your hand. You're saved. Tough. What are you going to do? Ground me? No, you just let your father die because you're a fucking prick. And then your father's a fucking idiot. You're a foster father. Fucking moron. Oh, test that, trust him and, oh, you're not ready? Yeah, that's why you've been saving random people. You don't save your dad because you don't want people to know who you are, but you don't save random people at the oil rig at the beginning of the film. One of the first scenes of the, well, not one of the first, one of the first scenes after the whole Krypton thing, when you're on fire, but you know it doesn't do anything to Superman. After the episode of Deadliest Catch occurs, and so we found out later on that you tried to save your dad, but you said, oh, I'm going to trust my dad, and he doesn't want people to know who you are. But then you're going out and saving people, no mask, no hidden identity. There's another scene where you're a cook or whatever the fuck. You're at a cafe, a guy pisses you off, and so you go out, you take his car, and you put like 15 fucking telephone poles or trees in it. Hey, so much for being incognito. You want to be incognito because your dad said so, so you didn't save your dad from a tornado, but hey, a guy throws something to the back of your head. Oh, use 15 fucking telephone poles, trees in your fucking car. You can do that. Yeah, that's not gonna raise any fucking questions, because that happens fucking naturally. That's just a natural fucking event, right? No, the cops don't come. Yeah, what happened? Well, I mean, you know, I had a tiff with this one guy. Oh, who was he? Well, he looks like this. He looks like this. You know, a lot of times businesses, they will take a picture of your ID. At least from my experience. In my experience, anytime you get a job, you need a picture of your ID, and they photocopy a picture of it. But apparently that doesn't exist in this universe. And apparently, you know, phones, you take pictures, that doesn't exist either. I guess that didn't exist in 2013, right? Guess not. Now, I can't say enough about how shitty this script is. And the direction, I think it was overcompensating. I think by the time you get to the last 40 minutes and just constant CGI orgasm explosions, it just got redundant and it got tiresome. Lois Lane is nothing of a character. Yeah, you just say that in the other Superman movies, and you would have it to a point, but I think they did a better job, especially in the first one, building up the love story aspect. Here, no. Lois Lane just happens to be in Cameron called the Fortress of Solitude. There's not really a Fortress of Solitude. It's just in the ice, and there's the ship, and she just happens to be there. Just like at the end, when they need to drop the bomb on the fucking thing, Lois is there for some reason. For what? She's a reporter. She's not going to do anything. She can't do anything. She's a reporter. You got fucking military that can do shit. Excuse me. Why is Lois Lane there? So it could be blown up and she falls, free fall in, and then Superman saves. And then they go in the crater of death, of ashes and death, and kiss. And I'm surprised that's how David S. Goyer didn't have them fuck on a pile of bones. On a pile of skulls. Fucking surprised. I can't really say Superman doesn't save anybody, because he does save the people at the beginning of the film in the oil rig. As a kid, he saved people on a bus, and then Kevin Costner has the worst advice, because the kid goes, should I have saved? What am I supposed to do? Let him die? Should I, Kevin Costner goes, maybe. 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 No wonder Superman became a morose motherfucker. You definitely saw that more, to be fair, in Batman v Superman. But just the way it's shot, with a dilution of colors. Sometimes, if I took my glasses off, I swear things would look gray. Sometimes the Superman suit looks black instead of blue. Just this dilution of colors, it just almost makes you drained emotionally. Which I get that people who are big into Superman, I am. But some people want to see, well, you want to do different things and you want to have Superman that's a bit more serious. I understand that. But certain ideas you put into this, they already did in X-Men movies. That you can't belong in this and that. And I'm not saying you can't give Superman more character depth. I don't think they did that here successfully. Because of the piss poor writing. The trying to be too flashy direction. And B, I'm sorry, Superman is a certain guy. It's like when, okay, Batman and Robin. That was a Batman that was more, I don't want to say friendly. In a way, you're a friendlier version of Batman. Like you look at George Clooney's Batman, and you look at Michael Keaton's Batman, there's definitely a different vibe. And a lot of people didn't like Batman and Robin because they thought that character was more of a darker character. Just like there's certain parts like me and others who think of Superman as more of a lighter character. I'm not saying it has to be comedy. I'm not saying it can't be serious. But Superman is Superman and Batman is Batman, and you're trying to make Superman the Batman because Christopher Nolan's name is on it, and Zack Snyder has a hard-on for Christopher Nolan. I know at one point, in a long time ago, in an interview, Zack Snyder, the more you read up, I like the Dawn of the Dead remake. I even like the Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole. I liked that movie. Watchmen, I haven't seen in forever. Sucker Punch, I hated. 300, it's not a bad movie, but just not a movie I care to rewatch much. Just, I don't love the film. But then you read up what this guy and what he thinks of. You want to know why he did Watchmen? I mean, if you don't believe me, look this stuff. The reason he did Watchmen was because he didn't like normal comic books. He liked comic books with sex and death. And finally, there's a comic book where there's sex and violence in it. And that's all he got out of Watchmen. Or there was interviews, these are written interviews, from long ago when one of the Nolan Batman films came out. And Zack Snyder saying something to the effect of, well, yeah, they're dark, but I don't think they're that dark. Hell, in my movie, if Batman's in prison, he'd get raped in prison. Now that's dark. So yeah, in Zack Snyder's version, and Zack Snyder, to him, dark is if you get, well, I mean, I guess that is technically dark, Batman being butt-fucked, raped in prison, but who would even think of that shit? And this is the guys writing, directing, or David S. Goyer. Oh, well, Martian Manhunter, there's another stupid thing. I think the same time when he said, oh, She-Hulk is only made for fucking the Hulk, not knowing that they're, cousins. Maybe David S. Goyer loves kissing cousins. I don't know. Maybe he loves that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know David S. Goyer. But the other stupid thing he said about Martian Manhunter, well, I mean, I don't know, Martian is kind of weird. And like no one told him that technically Superman is a Martian. Technically he's not a Martian, but he kind of is. But yet you're dissing Martian Manhunter again. But a lot of the similar attributes could be attributed to Superman, which you fucking wrote. And then they kept his sorry ass and other fucking... He must be blowing like Christopher Nolan, these guys. David S. Goyer, maybe he's good at blowjobs. I don't know. Maybe he's good at blowjobs. I don't know. because it ain't writing. Sure as fuck ain't writing, let alone the films he directed. And Zack Snyder, although I like Legends of the Guardians, his strongest work is just R-rated stuff. Just stick with that. Which maybe that's why Dawn of the Dead is, I think, his best movie. Violence, action, okay. There's nothing wrong with being part of that. There's nothing wrong with enjoying that. Hell, I love that. In plenty of films I talked about, I love the violence and sex. But I don't think of that with fucking Superman. Well, there's not really a sex thing with Superman, but... when I read someone commenting about certain material like that, I would not be the guy to do Superman movie. But I know that. I mean, there was something I was going to talk about and I'm completely forgot now. Damn it. There's something I forgot what the fuck I was going to talk about. There's the maybe. Well, maybe should I let him die? Maybe. Amy Adams, Lois Lane just pops wherever the fuck she needs to be for the plot. Michael Shannon is overacting his ass off. I just found him laughable. I will find him. Sorry, Michael Shannon, I've seen act better in other movies, not in this one. He was overacting his ass off. Maybe because of the director, maybe because of the writer. Henry Cavill, could he have worked? I don't know. Maybe he's just giving piss poor strips. Maybe. Maybe because every look, well, not every, a lot of times his looks as Superman, it's like he's going to try to kill someone. That's what I was going to bring up. When he kills Zod at the end, breaks his neck. First off, it's ridiculously dumb how you got the chokehold and Zod has his heat vision and it's going this slow. And okay, imagine this painting here, which is my friend's. Imagine this is a couple people, and this is how slow it's going. No, that's too fast. It's like going. This is how fast it's going. This heat vision. This is how fast it's going. And these people are just standing there. Go forward. Go over the rubble. Duck. Go somewhere. No, it's still going this way. And then Superman breaks his neck. It's like he could have done that the whole time. I get Superman doesn't kill. You never established that in this movie. You never established in this movie that, no, I'm not going to kill that person. I'm not going to do this. I don't kill. I want to find any other way to not kill. You don't establish that in the movie. Ever. Not one time is it even brought up. So when he kills him, and then he's like crying, ah! I'm sitting there going, why is he freaking out? Why is he crying? Oh, because no. First off, you can't say it's the death thing because they never brought that up. Two, people go, well, because he feels bad for Zod or Zod's his brother. It's not his brother, but Zod's his brethren. No. Zod's the guy who murdered your dad. Because he kills Russell Crowe at the beginning. And Superman knows this. Because he finds this out. So, A, that's the guy who killed your dad. Your real father. B, thousands of people have died. Thousands. At least. They're dead. They're dead as fuck. C, you barely know this person. D, he was trying to kill you. You just have this fight where you guys are punching through 15 fucking buildings and half of them are also falling down. So again, the whole piece of the city that looks like it got a nuclear explosion. We need more of that. Nothing about that should elicit the reaction of, ah! He's the last of his kind. Well, technically no, because they did this thing where it made like a black hole portal and the others like went through it. Now, are they dead or not? I didn't really get the idea that they were dead, but that they went through this portal thing. They're in the negative zone, whatever the fuck. So again, you barely know this character, Zod, and he murdered your dad and murdered thousands of people, and I just see you being saddened and sullen. Like this. But, it's not even the fact that he kills them. It's just that, okay, why is he giving that reaction? And like the whole circumstance of building up is stupid, and his reaction is stupid. If it's, oh, I don't kill, you don't establish that. You've never established that in this movie. If it's, oh, I relate to him and I think of him as a brother and I can't, no, why would he? He's another Kryptonian. See, he's still the guy who killed your dad and murdered thousands of people. If I see a guy who I've only known for a combined total of, I don't know, 20 minutes, if I take all the time together, he murdered thousands of people and my mom, I'm going to break his neck and I'm going to piss on his grave. That's what I'm going to do. Now, obviously, you don't want Superman to do that. Or at the very least, I'm going to break his neck, you know, do that and fucking leave. Or even all that, break his neck and then just leave with no reaction. Or just hug Lois with a sullen expression. That's the time you have a sullen expression. But all the other, that over top reaction, ridiculous. Stupid. Makes no goddamn sense. And just, it's over long. It's almost 2.5 hours long. If it's trying to have a non-linear storyline, and it to me just comes off as discombobulated. There are films that do the non-linear storyline well. Pulp Fiction, for example. This, I have no reason to care about the characters. The characters are just, might as well be action figures. Place here, place there. The action scenes, they got boring and redundant after a while with the CGI orgasm fest of constant green screen. And during the battles with the zooms, and I can appreciate flash and style, but sometimes it could be either overabundance or over the top or just flat out annoying, and I found it flat out annoying in this. Again, I keep repeating, they overcompensated. Superman Returns had little action, so let's amp it up times 20. I think a balance would have worked a lot better. I think a build up the characters will work better. This whole Codex thing, you didn't even need to have Zod as the villain. Like, we've already had Zod as a villain, Superman 2. That's one of the various reasons why people got tired of Superman Returns, just Lex Luthor again. Here, Zod again and his Kryptonians. There are plenty of other villains in the Superman villain road gallery. Whether it be Brainiac, Metallo, Bizarro. There's plenty of other fucking villains. You didn't need to have Zod again. So, other than, you know, Hans Zimmer score, some pretty visuals from time to time, the performance-wise of Russell Crowe, Kevin Costner, Diane Lane, that's all the good I can give it. The characters, Kevin Costner's character comes off as a dumbass or an asshole, or like, wow, you gave shitty morals to your kid, or wow, no wonder your kid just wants to punch things. Maybe, you know, save him, maybe. No, you could save me, but, you know, I'm going to make you and my wife Maybe Pa Kent just wanted to die, and that was his own way of suicide. Maybe, I don't know. But fuck. But yeah, I hate this movie. I hate it with a passion. Sorry, my nose itches because I'm allergic to this bullshit. I'm itching the inside of my nose. Yeah, I'm allergic to this bullshit. Fuck this movie. Fuck it. If you like it, cool. But to me, fuck this movie. Fuck it. Up its ass. Fuck it with a Man of Steel boner. Fuck it with a steel boner. Fuck it with a goddamn donkey dick. Oh, the S stands for hope. No, the S, if you straighten out, becomes a whip that you put around your neck and you hang yourself. And that's what this movie can do. This movie can fucking hang himself. Fuck this movie up the ass, around the corner. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.